Hey, welcome back. It is day 11 of using AI to launch custom trading bots. And the way we do this every day is by checking our past results. So far, we've launched 10 trading bots using AI. And we go back to day 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to where we currently are today. And we actually check the results of our past trading bots, which we've already built, right? And then once we have all that covered, we do a total of our portfolio and see how our trading bots are doing, which ones suck, which ones are doing a little bit better. And then afterwards, we launch a full brand new custom bots. So that's what we have on the docket today. And as you can see, I have a huge head. In case you did not know, it's hard to kind of tell. Some people think I'm like really short on camera. I have no idea. I give short guy energy. If you can guess my height in the comments, take a stab. I'd love to hear about it. But just because I'm embarrassed of how huge my head is, I'm going to turn my hat around before we get into this, and I share my screen and we dive into the results, okay? So let me do exactly that, right? Let me share my screen. And this is Arcade, right? This is where the magic happens. This is where we build all of our trading bots and also monitor our results and back tests and all that stuff, okay? It all happens here. And as I mentioned, first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually number one, make sure we are in the right format, right? Which now we are. And then number two is check day 0. Okay. I have this this little blood spatter right here, this little blood drop. Let's see. This is interesting. I never read this, right? But anyways, so it looks like it's still running, but trading environment. Cool. So yeah, we're using paper trading right now, but so the blood drop here indicates that in the past, this strategy absolutely has lost us money. Okay, so it's been really rocky. Yesterday, I didn't release a video, so this is a new day. So it's been 2 full days of market activity, which we have not been, updated on. So, and the last 2 days in the market have not been particularly good. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the performance of this is. Okay, so day 0, yeah, still one trade on this one. So $8,665 lost due to the 5-minute SMA crossover strategy. And the good thing is, I guess the one redeeming quality is it hasn't given us really much fees, but also nothing really else to write home about. Okay, so far down $8,665. Now again, day 1 is a little different. It has the king. Okay, the king emoji, because it currently has made us the most amount of money out of all of our trading strategies. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the performance of this one. Again, 2 trading days that have been down. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Even in down trading days, we've made $2 grand. The last time we checked it, look, check it out. 311. Let's actually go all time just so we can, that's the profit this week. But yeah, we made huge profit on this strategy. It's absolutely awesome. So yeah, we started at $2,828 profit, and then we have since skyrocketed, making another $8,890 profit. So yeah, our win rate is looking good. Our win rate 71%, average win. Yeah, looking really strong here. $10,842 gained from the RSI overbought, so oversold strategy. And just yesterday, 2 days ago when we checked it, it was like $8,000. So yeah, great stuff there. Next is day 2, which is the RSI divergent strategy. Okay, the RSI divergent strategy is, again, a blood-sucking goblin, okay? For lack of a better term, the last time I checked it, I think it's going to totally erase all of our gains from day 1. I firmly believe that. Because right now we're net positive, right? We have an $8,000 loss here, $10,000 gain here. But this is going to take us way back into the negative from what I remember. We will see shortly. Yeah, so $6,709 loss. This actually has improved. The last time we checked it, so Tesla went up, and so the total portfolio went up. Likewise, NVIDIA went slightly down. And the interesting thing, if you recall back from day 2, we're still trading NVIDIA on day 2, right? And that's something that I need to keep in mind as we go through this. It's really interesting to trade the exact same ticker on this kind of stuff, because then it's apples to apples. It really just focuses on the strategy more than, you know, the underlying asset, right? So moving forward, we will choose one asset. I think probably I don't know, something pretty volatile. If you have recommendations, feel free to let me know below. But you're just going to use one ticker so we can compare apples to apples. Like, you know, does the strategy work? Because again, look at this NVIDIA, right? Look at the curve for NVIDIA here, right? We have, I mean, it looks, oh, here, it's green. It's literally straight down, right? We went from a negative $19, so a $19 loss, and now we're at almost $20,000 loss, right? So we lost 20 grand on this NVIDIA, or on NVIDIA using this strategy right here, the RSI divergence strategy. Absolutely dog shit. But if you go over here, we're still trading NVIDIA, right? But the weird thing is we actually made $10,000, or close to 11, I guess. Oh, no, 10,000. Anyway, close to 11, close to 11,000. And here's what the curve looks like here, right? It's literally a hockey stick, which is so weird, right? And that just goes to show you the power of trading strategies. If you're choosing the right trading strategy, it doesn't matter if the market's down or up or sideways, you're going to be making money, right? And again, that's why it's important to backtest. You want some data on how it's performing, right? So anyways, right now we're down $4 grand approximately on our portfolio, which is better than the previous days. We've been down like a lot, okay? But anyways, this one has the eye emoji, which means like it backtested really well, but we have yet to see a trade go down on it. At least from what I remember, still no trades here, which is unfortunate. So nothing really exciting there. Day 4, let's go ahead and check it out. Day 4 is the 5-minute MACD crossover. We took us like, I'm going to start putting this, like, honestly, I'm going to start putting this in like in the blood category. It's not as bad as the other ones because it's happening very slowly, right? Like it's nothing like, oh my God, like, you know, when we're losing 8 grand, 10 grand, you know, 20 grand. But it is every single time we check this one, it's losing a little bit more. See, it's like maybe it gained a few bucks here, but lost, right? Gained a few bucks, lost. Like that's what it's really been feeling like. If we expand it to all, I think at one point in time it was net positive. No, yeah, this is what it's been looking like. It's just literally down, and it's a slow burn because like we started trading on the 10th. Right now it's the 20th, right? So over the 10 days, it's only lost 200 bucks, right? But still, it's like a nice solid, like, you know, when I open this one up, I expect to see a little loss, right, per day. So again, the 5-minute MACD crossover strategy is you know, not great. Would not recommend it as of right now, right? So anyways, then moving on to the next one, the Bollinger Band squeeze strategy. We have another eyeball here, which means, again, the back tests look really great. And again, if you are not familiar with this and it's your first time tuning in, as we, you know, whether I get a recommendation for you, so if you have a strategy recommendation, leave it in the comments, or if I ask the AI to generate a strategy for us to test, either way, basically we generate the strategy and we back test it, and then we launch the bot, right? So in this case, we back tested it and the back test looked really great, but from what I remember, it hasn't even taken a single trade yet. Yep, hasn't taken a single trade. And in last stream, right, in the last stream I did, I'm worried that like there might be a liquidity issue. Because again, I keep on, if I go back to this little allocation here, I see 10%, right? And I use 10% on like every bot. So it makes it hard, right? It makes it hard to guarantee that there will be funds remaining for each bot. So, and I'm noticing that trend more and more as like for day 6, we haven't seen any purchases, right? Any entries or exits. So we're on a 5-minute frame here. We should see some entries and exits, but again, nothing, right? And so I will probably have to adjust the position size because it's not a malfunction on the software. I think it's and it might be nice to have like a notification here, like, hey, you know, we have triggers, but you don't have the funds or something like that, right? So I will probably reach out to my engineer about that. And day 7, again, so like you're seeing a pattern here, right, where it's like, you know, something should be happening. Again, this is an example of Peter, He's a YouTube subscriber. He asked me to test out the opening range breakout strategy. In the back test, it didn't really have great results, and it really only took like one trade. Hasn't taken a trade yet, and we're noticing a pattern here where like these things are not triggering. And again, it's, oh hey, look, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, so like day 9, of course, we see this. We see that it did trigger, and we made a little profit here. Again, still down like fucking, what was it, like $4,000, right? So we're still down like $4,000. So nothing. This really doesn't move the needle for us here, but still nice to have another small win. Let's go ahead over here. This is the one we launched yesterday. And look at that. So it doesn't look like it's a capital problem. It looks like those ones literally didn't trigger a trade. But again, it is something we're going to keep in mind moving forward. Yeah, looks okay. And this is an interesting one, guys. Okay. This is a super interesting one. Okay. We have a win rate of 70%, right? On this stochastic oscillator divergence. We have a win rate of 70%, but we're still taking a loss, right? Which again, that's where the profit factor comes into play. So it doesn't really, this goes to show a valuable lesson. It doesn't really matter about win rate. Like win rate does matter, but not as much as like each trade must be profitable, right? And so like that's a huge thing. So you can see the profit factor here is less than 1. So like, dude, you could take as many trades as you want. Your profit per trade is shit, right? So it's a valuable lesson there. And again, see NVIDIA here. NVIDIA over the past week here has lost money, clearly. But if I go back to the day 2 or the day 1 strategy, which again is still trading NVIDIA, over the last week is not only profitable, but has made us a pretty nice chunk of change right here, right? Yeah, like we made, like fucking, looks like $7,000, right? Instead of losing money, we made like $7,000. So this RSI oversold strategy is looking really, really strong. So anyways, now that we went through that component of it, I want to go ahead and just answer some comments. They said, Savvy Sports TV says, thoughts on LeBron? I think he's the GOAT. I'm an LA sports guy, transparently. Thoughts on LeBron? LeBron is the GOAT. And then someone else said, G Squad. He said, what's up, bro? What's up, G Squad? So anyways, going back over here, AI trading strategy assistant. This is where we're going to build today's bot. Okay. So the way we do that is we could, if we have a strategy that we want to build custom on this thing, we just say, please build me a bot, enter when this happens, exit when this happens. But if we don't have a trading strategy, then we can just click this button right here and it will give us a trading strategy. Or you could just ask the AI to give you like 25 strategies or 50 strategies or whatever. But for right now, we're just going to use that we could avoid typing, you know what I mean? Give you that pre-built, strategy builder, right? Or the strategy generator. And we'll choose one of those that we haven't done in the past, okay? And it's the simplest way to do things, right? And it pops up just like this, right? So moving average crossover, right? So I believe we have this one already, right? So you have the SMA crossover, and I think this is basically, yeah, see, like it's moving average, but it doesn't specify which moving average. We have the SMA, so we're gonna skip that one. RSI overbought, right? Oversold. That sounds similar to this one, so we're gonna skip that one. RSI divergent. Let's go. So Bollinger Band squeeze is this one right here. We already have that one. MACD crossover. We have that one here. Stochastic oscillator. That was yesterday. Volume price confirmation. We do not have this one. Okay, cool. So we have our day 6 strategy. Day 11 strategy. It's going to be number 6, right? So all we have to do is this. Please launch a trading bot using number 6, right? Because we saw earlier that number 6 is the one that we haven't done. The AI is currently thinking and is basically going to craft a response, which is going to ask us a bunch of questions. Well, not really a bunch, but like 4 questions right here. And then it's just our job to answer it, just to let it know exactly what we want, right? So again, it says it recommends 1 day, and recommend is loose here, right? It's just, it's not financial advice, right? It's just, that's a popular strategy. You obviously have to do your own due diligence, which we exist because due diligence, we know it's important, right? So entry conditions, you mentioned entering when there's a price increase on volume. Could you please provide more specifics? So again, I've never used a strategy before in my life. I don't know much about it. So what I'm going to tell the AI is use popular defaults. Because again, I do not know, right? And if you use a strategy or you have a trading strategy you want to be tested, leave it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to actually test it for you, right? So, anyways, number 3, exit conditions. You mentioned exiting when there's a price decrease on high volume. Similarly, we need more specifics here. What defines a price decrease? Again, I do not know, so I'm going to go ahead and just say use popular defaults, right? Simple, simple. And here on time restrictions, you could choose to limit it to like, Wednesdays at 11:42 to 11:57, right? You could be very specific, right? But for our purposes here, we want to go trade 24/7, right? And then we just press enter and we wait for this thing to generate, right? So it's pretty cool. Um, Again, I used to own a software development agency that, we used to build these things custom for people. And it took so long to just do this part, man. Anyways, so it asks us some questions here. So while I understand your preference for using popular defaults, our platform requires specific numerical values to automate a trading strategy. Let's try to define these more concretely. Sounds fair enough. Entry conditions. A price increase, we should use a specific percentage, say like 1 or 2. For high volume, we might define that, say 50%, higher than 20 period average volume. Sounds reasonable. I'm not a great speller or even a great typer. And again, we're going to do the exact same thing here for number 3. I'm not even reading over them. If you like to read over this, please do. And let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Happy to adjust, right? So again, we just press enter. And again, as we wait, I hope you guys are having a great little day. Christmas is right around the corner. I had to buy my first gift for like a child, like a 10-year-old girl. I'm so not good at, I'm good at gifts, man. I've given people gifts that like make them cry, but it's weird buying gifts for like I don't have any, I don't relate to them at all. But I with some help from friends, right? I think I got her a gift that she'll like. But anyway, so right here the AI gives us this summary of what it saw, right? What we asked it for, and we approve of this summary. So all we have to do now is press generate strategy. And then there's a 4-step process that the technology goes through. It's going to extract the rules, going to generate the code, going to refine the structure of the code, and then it will be complete. And we will see a brand new bot right up here. But yeah, like I was saying, I bought her some sweet, she was like super into Wicked, I guess, right? Arts and crafts and Hello Kitty. She's a 10-year-old girl. And I got her a Lego set, a Wicked Lego set, and a Hello Kitty like plush, but it's like all the little Hello Kitty characters. I don't know. I, I'm out of the loop when it comes to Hello Kitty. Okay. Also out of the loop when it comes to Wicked or really anything that a 10-year-old girl would be into, right? I tried my best. And again, the feedback that I gotten on it so far has been good. I will not be able to attend the birthday party. I have a blood disease. I'm going to be getting an infusion, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. And again, hopefully she grows up when she becomes very powerful president of the United States. Hopefully she'll remember me fondly for the gift I gave her. And that's basically all we could hope for, all we could pray for. And we'll look forward to that, right? And as I've been rambling this nonsense to you, right? The technology that we have on our side has been working diligently to not only generate the code base, but right now it's actually refining the structure of the code base. And again, if you're not a nerd, basically what this means is it's almost like you have your own business where it's like someone is working for you, right? And I could just be totally hands off. This thing is going and working for me, right? Writing the code, making sure it's all good, and it's going to basically take care of me, right? And so soon here, right, our little, robot, right, our agent will have this right here, speak of the devil, generated, right? We can see this new strategy generated right here. And it's exactly what we asked for, the volume price confirmation strategy. And again, this is day 11, so we have to go ahead and change this. So day 11, volume price confirmation strategy. I'm going to save that. We're not going to launch it quite yet. We will come back here later to launch it. And again, let's stay consistent, right? So like our winner right now is on NVIDIA. So we'll start, everything will be NVIDIA for right now. Later on, if we want to change it, we can. So right now, again, we're going to look back on the last 100 days for NVIDIA, right? We're going to pull in the data and then we're going to compare, right? I think we're on a 5-minute chart. Every 5 minutes data for the last 100 days and put it through this volume price confirmation strategy. And this is exactly what you get. 2 trades, 50% win rate. Total P&L is 70. Profit factor is really strong, 2.5. And the max drawdown is basically nothing, right? So we really haven't taken many trades. Taken them basically 2 trades, right? Yeah, 2 trades. And we had a huge, nice little winner right here. And then this loser here, right? This isn't really like too big of a loser, but this right here is really, that's a nice little gain. It looks like. Let's go and check this out. Yeah, looks like a nice little gain there. So that being said, yeah, look at that, 62% return, 63% return. That's pretty sick, actually, right? So anyways, guys, that's what we're going to launch today, right, on NVIDIA. Again, you could test NVIDIA, you could test Apple, Amazon, Tesla, whatever ticker you want, Bitcoin. And again, you can also test out options trading strategies, which we will get to eventually. But for right now, it'll just stay stock and we'll trade NVIDIA and we'll just trade normal long, short strategies and kind of go from there. And so let me show you how easy it is to launch a bot, right? You just literally type in a ticker, you select the ticker, and then you go ahead and put, from now on, we're going to put 5% just so we can avoid any liquidity issues. You're going to go paper trading, NVIDIA, and we're going to press start strategy. And that's literally as simple as it gets to launch a bot. Like literally now, like tomorrow, this thing will start scanning the market according to our rules and our settings, which we can change anytime. We can change these settings anytime we want, right? And we'll start scanning the market for NVIDIA and it will do 5%. If our indicators hit, it'll do 5% of our portfolio to enter into an NVIDIA position, right? Which I think is so awesome, right? So again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you have a strategy you want tested, again, below. And if you are a nerd and you find this super interesting, feel free to follow, subscribe. And if you know other nerds who find this interesting, share this with them. It's a huge help. And again, I'll be back to do day 12 tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, peace, bye.